Welcome to the Ordinary Council meeting of Muswellbrook Shire Council, being held in Meeting Room Level 1 Tertiary Education Centre, Hill Street, Muswellbrook, on Tuesday, 16 December 2025. I declare the meeting open at 6 p.m. Please note that this meeting is being recorded and be made available on the Council's website. Applications, we have one application for attendance via audio and visual link from Councillor McNeil. Someone want to move that way? Councillor Barry, Councillor Hartley, all those in favour? None against? Declare that carried. The acknowledgement of country will be read by Councillor Hartley.
Thank you. Council would like to respectfully acknowledge the local Aboriginal people who are the traditional owners and custodians of the land on which this meeting takes place.
Yes, and the civic prayer read by Councillor Bailey.
Almighty God, from whom comes every good and perfect gift, we give you thanks for the blessings you bestow upon us in this Shire. Grant to those who hold office in this council the spirit of justice and truth, of wisdom and charity, that mindful of our responsibility and the needs of those we serve, we may promote the true welfare of your people, exercise wisely and faithfully the authority committed to us, and advance the common good through Jesus Christ our Lord.
Thanks, Councillor Bailey. You may be seated. Before we start, I'd like to acknowledge the tragic circumstances of Bondi. It's something that certainly of this community we have never had to deal with. It's certainly something that we hope we never have to deal with in general in this country. So I do want to send condolences from this council and this community, the Waverley Council and the community, the affected community in Sydney, the entire affected community in Sydney. And as I say, sending our condolences, and certainly our thoughts are with Waverley Council, the citizens and everyone affected down there. Thanks. Okay, apologies.
Councillor Mahajan, Mr.
Councillor Mahajan is the only, I think we had 11 here. Other than that, someone want to move that way? Councillor Barry, Councillor Morris, all those in favour? Aye. None against. Declare that unanimous and carried. Thank you. Confirmation of minutes. So the Ordinary Council meeting held on 25 November 2025 and the Extraordinary Council meeting held on 2nd of December 2025. So the recommendation is that the minutes of the Ordinary Council meeting held on 25 November 2025 and the Extraordinary Council meeting held on 2 December 2025, copies of which have been distributed to all members, be taken as read and confirmed as a true record. Someone want to move that way? Councillor Marshall, seconder. Councillor Barry, all those in favour? None against, unanimous and carried. Thank you, councillors. Disclosure of any pecuniary or non-pecuniary interest. I'll start on my left. Councillor Bailey.
Yeah, I've just got a significant non-pecuniary, which is 10.3.1. I work at the mine that's affected by the Benji Bengala Road item. And also I'd like to go to 10.4.3. I'm a member on the committee of the Wabon Hall who are asking for a waiver for the DA.
Councillor Bay, Councillor Morris?
None.
Councillor Sculls?
Yes, item 17.9, the coal recovery. The principal of the contracting company involved in that is personal friend. For more work, mate.
Councillor Sculls, and you may be excused for standing up tonight, only tonight.
Thank you.
Of your injury. Councillor Douglas.
Yes, I do. I have a significant pecuniary interest in 10.3.1 S138 Roads Act 1983 permit Mac Energy Bengala Link Road. My son has contact with Mac Energy.
Thanks, Councillor Douglas. Councillor McNeil.
Neil.
Councillor Marshall.
Neil.
Councillor Hartley.
Pecuniary interest 10.3.1 S138 Roads Act 1993 permit Mac Energy Bengala Link Road. With the contractor on the Mac Energy Mount Pleasant site.
Thank you, Councillor Hartley. Councillor Barry. Councillor Dunn.
No.
Councillor Ward.
No.
I have none myself. We have no public participation tonight. There is no mayoral minute. I decided to raise the Bondi matter separately. I thought it was appropriate we open the meeting with it. Any business arising from the previous minutes? There being no business, I'll put that. All those in favour? Any against? Carried, thank you. Business has moved straight into business. 10.1, planning and environment. So 10.1.1, draft planning agreement, Esco Solar 9 Proprietary Limited and Muswellbrook Shire Council for public exhibition. So the recommendation in the business paper is that Council 1 approves public exhibition of the draft planning agreement, attachment A, and the draft explanatory note, attachment B, in accordance with the requirements of the Environmental Planning and Assessment Act 1979 and the Environmental Planning and Assessment Regulation 2021. And 2, delegates authority to the General Manager to execute the planning agreement following consideration of any public submissions, provided any amendments do not result in any material changes to the planning agreement as exhibited. Have I a mover for that? Someone want to move that way? Councillor McNeil. Councillor Morris has seconded. Councillor McNeil, you wish to be heard?
No, thank you.
Councillor Morris?
No, thank you.
Any councillors, any questions about item 10.1.1? That being the case, That being the case, I'll put that. All those in favour? None against. Declare that unanimous and carried. Thank you. Item 10.1.2, connection to sewer, Thomas Mitchell Drive Industrial Area. The recommendation in front of you reads that Council 1 approves finalisation of the sewer connection project for the Thomas Mitchell Drive Industrial Area with a target of 100% property connection rates by the end of 2027-28 financial year. 2, waives administration fees for Section 68 connector sewer applications for affected property owners within a defined period, predicted to be within a 12-month voluntary compliance period as incentive to connect. And 3, notes that a further report will be submitted to Council providing a detailed financial analysis of the project. Have I someone want to move that way for me? Councillor Morris, Councillor Hartley, Councillor Morris.
Thank you.
Councillor Hartley. Anyone wish to be heard? Councillor Scholes.
Have a question? I will. Just a clarification, so what we considered with regards to all those different businesses and properties out there on their original DAs, there was no contribution for sewage involved in any of those.
Mr Mayor, councillors, they would have conditions of consent requiring to manage their sewage waste and other waste. Under the Local Government Act, when we provide sewer in an area, council has the ability to require owners to connect to that sewer if they're within a certain, their business is within a certain distance of the sewer line, and you give them a period of notice. So despite what was on their plans when they were originally approved as a DA, we can require them to connect.
Thank you.
Any further questions? Councillor Ward.
Mine.
Where's it coming from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Through General Manager.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Thank you, Councillor Ward. A part of the process will be conducting a detailed financial analysis, including potential funding sources, and we'll bring that back to council. Okay, please.
Thank you. Any further questions? Being the case, I have a mover and a seconder. With that, all those in favour? None against. Declare that unanimous and carried. 10.1.3 says to be a monthly report, planning, environment and regulatory services. The recommendation in front of you reads that the information contained in the report be noted. Have I a mover? Someone want to move that way for me? Councillor Douglas, Councillor Bailey. Councillor Douglas, wish to be heard? Councillor Bailey. Any comment from any councillor? Okay, that being the case, I'll put that. All those in favour? There's none against. Declare that unanimous and carried. 10.2. Corporate services, the draft code of meeting practice for adoption. The recommendation in the business paper is that Council 1 adopts the attached code of meeting practice, and 2 determines the change of time for the ordinary meetings of council to be held from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. on the 4th Tuesday of each calendar month. Have I a mover? Someone want to move that way? Councillor Marshall and Councillor Morris. Councillor Marshall wish to be heard. Councillor Morris.
Thank you. Just curious as to why we would set an end date to the meeting for any particular reason.
It's the manager of governance.
Councillor Morris, generally it's to ensure that the meetings run within a certain time period. Council do have the option to resolve to extend that time period if there's business that still needs to be conducted.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to move an amendment.
Yeah. You can.
I would just like to
Well,
move an
we've
amendment.
had a mover and a second to the motion, so they have to agree to it. So what is it?
Yep, I understand that. So my proposed amendment is that instead of 5 p.m. starting time, that we have 5:30 starting time for the ordinary council meeting.
The mover doesn't agree and the seconder doesn't agree. Unfortunately, that lapses Councillor McNeil. So we have a mover and a seconder for that original motion. Anyone wish to be heard? That being the case, I'll put that. All those in favour? Any against? Councillor McNeil against. 10.2.2. Authorisation under section 226 of the Local Government Act 1993. So the recommendation in the business paper is that council notes the information provided in the report. And we a mover. Someone want to move that? Councillor Bailey. Someone want to second it? Councillor Ward. Councillor Bailey. Councillor Ward.
Meeting. 1, 2, 3. Chair Cat.
Chairs. The chair. We're not.
Oh,
You've gone early on us, Councillor Ward, I think.
Oh,
That's all right. So we have a mover and a seconder. Any questions for any councillors? That being the case, I'll put that. All those in favour? None against. Declare that unanimous and carried. 10.2.3. So what we'll do first, we'll move the recommendation, and then we'll move. Then if that recommendation gets up, in case it doesn't, the recommendation gets up, we'll then nominate for councillors and vote if we need, or depending what the motion is. So draft terms of reference, Muswellbrook CBD Improvement Advisory. So the recommendation in the business paper is that Council 1 endorses that the draft terms of reference for the Muswellbrook CBD Improvement Advisory Committee, and 2 nominates the Mayor as chair of the committee and councillors. Councillors A, B and C, I will call them. As I said, we'll vote on A, B and C if we need to in a minute. And calls for expressions of interest from business and community representatives to be members of the committee. Someone want to move that way? Councillor Morris and Councillor Hartley was next. Councillor Morris, wish to be heard?
No, thank you.
Councillor Hartley. Any questions?
Yeah, question, Mr. Mayor.
Councillor McNeil.
Just wondering, does the councillor have to be present to be nominated?
Does the councillor have to be present? No, it's not.
So-
it's not unlike anything.
Yep.
Okay. Any further questions? We have a mover and a second, so we'll put this first.
Sorry, clarification of that though. Does the committee member have to be present at the meetings though?
Yes.
Of the thing?
Yes.
Sorry,
Does the representative have to be physically at the meeting? So
no, it won't. It won't come. This won't need to comply with our code of meeting practice because it'll have people from the public on it. So we'll have a number. Will be as many people from the public as there is council. Well, in fact, there'll be a number between staff and members from the public. So I can only imagine that it will be a discussion for the committee to have.
right, yeah. I can imagine a committee like this would need
People do.
people in the room.
Person,
That's
yeah.
my point. Yeah.
Okay, and I think it's probably a decision for the committee. Okay, we have a mover and a seconder, and no further questions. I'll put that. All those in favour? Any against? Declare that unanimous and carried. Now we'll vote. Well, I'll call in a minute for nominations. Remembering what I said is that this will start most likely. Well, we'll start in January, and we'll probably have to have them, I imagine, every couple of weeks for the first couple of months. So it is a large commitment. So if you are tied up and you can't commit, obviously, to it, I suggest you probably don't, in the best interest of the committee. I'll call for nominations. You can, in this case, you can nominate anyone you want. A councillor, I mean.
I'd like to nominate Councillor Mahajan.
Okay, we've got a second of Councillor Mahajan. Councillor Mahajan nominated. Any other councillors? Councillor Dunn.
I would like to nominate Councillor Scholes.
Councillor Scholes. So we have a second of Councillor Scholes. Councillor Morris. Okay. There's still another spot. Councillor Ward.
Yes.
You'd like to nominate who?
Okay.
You have to have someone nominate you.
Hold on.
Councillor Bailey nominates. Councillor Ward. Second of Councillor Ward. Councillor Street. Any other nominations?
Councillor Barry.
Councillor Barry.
Councillor Marshall.
Marshall.
Do we know that Councillor Mahajan wants to do it?
We'll find that out. But Councillor, second of Councillor Marshall, sorry. Second of Councillor Marshall, Councillor Hartley, yep, so Councillor Marshall. Any further nominations?
Yeah, I'll nominate Max. Okay.
A seconder for Councillor Morris. Yes, yep. Okay. Any further nominations? Right, how are we going to do this? So 5 have nominated, 5 councillors, sorry, nominated. The reason being the number of councillors, obviously with the chair and the number of councillors, what we don't want, the idea of what we don't want is councillors outnumbering the community people. That needs to be a nice balance. We'll go through and nominate. Sorry, if we can a show of hands for each one as we go through, and initially, depending if it's a draw or not, we'll a show of hands for each. So you can only vote for one candidate. One candidate as we go along, and of course, if there's a draw, whoever we have, we'll take the person who gets the most votes will obviously be the second most votes, and so on.
What if they don't agree though?
What if what?
They don't want to do it.
Sorry, I need to confirm all those councillors have all accepted, with the exception of Councillor Mahajan, which is going to be difficult because not here. You understand Councillor McNeil and Councillor Mahajan would accept? He spoke to you.
No, that's why I asked the question, Mr. Mayor. I think he would be a valuable asset, but no, I don't know whether he would accept.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll go through. We'll vote on each.
There you go.
You get 3 votes. You can only vote for one, like for the 3 members. So you get 3 votes is what you get. So the councillor Mahajan, in the order they were nominated: Mahajan, Scholes, Ward, Marshall, and Morris. So you only get 3 votes. Making this up as we go.
This is the only one.
I'm happy if there's a suggestion on another way to do it.
Can we vote for 4 of reserve in case Mahajan gets up and declines?
Oh, I don't. Yeah, absolutely. We can have someone that as a backup for sure if a councillor can't go. Absolutely.
I've got nothing in grant, but I do find it weird that we're nominating someone who has to agree to be nominated.
Yeah, it's strained it up. He hadn't been.
He's a busy person.
Well, he wouldn't. He missed the first couple anyway because it's not back till February.
It doesn't sound
But anyway,
correct.
Anyway, the voting. If that's everyone's view, the voting will suggest that. Okay.
Then at the end, it's
Okay. The general manager suggested everyone just gets 1 vote. Everyone gets 1 vote, and then of course from your 1 vote, we'll see where we end up. With 12, we're going to have a few ties, I imagine. but it might cull. If we cull 1 out, we've got a reserve. Cull 2 out, we're right. So I'll put it as nominated. You get 1 vote. Counts anyone voting. For
Just one
Councillor
more question,
Mahajan.
please, Mr. Mayor. One more question.
Yeah.
Did you say that Councillor Mahajan would be unavailable for the first meeting or the first set or 2 meetings?
Oh, he's indicated he's not back till the 29th of January, yes.
Right, thank you.
He's away for another 6 weeks. Okay, we'll put that. Or anyone voting for Councillor Mahajan?
Not
Okay,
now.
Councillor Mahajan. Anyone voting for Councillor Scholes? Councillor Scholes has got a gig. He's got 4. Anyone voting for Councillor Ward? 2. Councillor Marshall? Yeah, of course. Yeah. 3. And Councillor Morris. Councillor Morris? 4.
No, but you've only voted once. That's why I put my hand out.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
That's 3.
So Councillor Morris is 3. So
Okay.
Councillor Scholes will be on. Councillor Marshall and Councillor Morris. And Councillor Ward will be back up. Thank you.
Get a training now.
Once or twice.
No, I've only got 11 now.
Yes.
Do you think anyone's voted twice accidentally, please? Because there's actually 12.
Well, yes. Through that bit.
There's 4 for Councillor Scholes, 2 for Councillor Wood, 3 for Councillor Marshall, and 3 for Councillor Morris, which is 12.
Yeah, that's right.
There's only 11 because Councillor.
Yes.
We vote again.
Okay. We won't go to Councillor Mahajan. Councillor Scholes. 3. Okay. I think we've just found the culprit.
Yeah.
So I declare Councillor Scholes, Councillor Marshall, Councillor Morris, and Councillor Ward as the backup. Thank you. Probably didn't anticipate it. It's a good indication to the community how certainly how passionate councillors are when we have, almost half the council nominated to being on it. Fantastic. 10.2.4. Progress report for the 2025 to 2029 delivery program and the 2025-2026 operational plan. The recommendation in the business paper is that council notes the progress report on the 2025-2029 delivery program and 2025-2026 operational plan. This is for noting by a mover. Councillor Bailey, a seconder. Councillor Morris. Councillor Bailey, to be heard. Councillor Morris.
Thank you.
Anyone, any questions? Councillor Ward.
Muswellbrook. 2. 90. 1.
Funding for the Muswellbrook Pool, Councillor.
Oh, no. 2. Maintenance.
Maintenance.
Semi-hollow. No. Highway. Bank.
Levy bank.
Yeah.
Devon levy bank.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Councillor Ward.
I was concerned because you started that 10% with Muswellbrook, and
Yeah.
I should have known it was going to be Devon.
We currently do have $140,000 in
Yeah,
grant funding, predominantly for vegetation works.
Yeah.
So the team is working with Public Works Advisory, who will actually conduct the works. And early in 2026, we're looking to conduct some community information sessions at them.
Yeah.
And also making sure we make personal contact with the property owners along the levy so they're aware of the works.
Yeah.
Councillor Wood, any further questions? That being the case, we have a mover and a second. I'll put that. All those in favour? None against. Declare that unanimous and carried. Thank you. 10.2.5 is a report on investments as at 30 November 2025. So the recommendation in the business paper is that council notes council's investments as at 30 November 2025. Have I a mover? Councillor Scholes and Councillor Morris, not surprisingly. Any questions from either? Yes.
Just one, with regards to the summary, with regards to investments and, where money is dealing with. There's 5 items, I can't bring it up on my computer currently. There's five items that have actually happened in this month, 5 actions that have happened in this month. Item 1 refers to the police credit union. Item 5 refers to the South Australian Police Credit Union. I'm just wondering where's the first credit union? Is that New South Wales Police, the South Australian Police, or because the differentiation is made further down in item 5?
I see if I,
Yes. I'd have to take that on notice. Yeah, no worries. I just need to clarify.
Councillor Morris, any questions?
Nothing yet.
Any questions on the investments in regards to the report? Okay, that being the case, I'll put that. All those in favour? None against, declare that unanimous and carried. 10.26, the monthly financial report. The recommendation in the business paper is that council notes financial reports for the month ending 30 November. A mover and a seconder, Councillor Bailey, Councillor Barry. Councillor Bailey, any questions? Councillor Barry? Any questions from any councillor? No questions, I'll put that then. All those in favour? None against, unanimous and carried. Thank you. 10.3, infrastructure and property. So this one, yeah, we've got a couple of interests. 3. So 10.3, infrastructure and property. 10.3.1, Section 138 Roads Act 1993, permit Mac Energy and Galilee Road. The recommendation in the business paper is that council delegates authority to the general manager to approve the Section 138 Roads Act 1993 application submitted by Mac Energy for access of Bengala Road to facilitate the construction of the Mount Pleasant Discharge Dam. Have I a mover? Councillor Marshall and seconded Councillor Scholes. Any questions, Councillor Marshall? Councillor Scholes? Any questions for any councillor?
No.
No, I'll put that then. All those in favour? None against, declare that unanimous and carried. We will get our councillors back in the room. Okay. 10.3.2. Major project status report. So recommendation in the business paper is that council notes the information contained in the report. Have I, councillor, want to move that way for me? Councillor Marshall and Councillor Ward. Councillor Marshall? No questions, Councillor Ward?
Yeah. Arsenal.
Good product replacement.
Yeah.
Councillor Wood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks very much, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Councillor Ward. In relation to the active transport plan, thank you for that question earlier in the week, Councillor Ward. We are looking to bring that back to council in the first half of 2026, but also in relation to the funding for the footpath construction program.
Yeah.
We do have a program that has been brought to council. If you like, we'll provide that again if you like. Let's give you a copy of that.
Now, Denman. Church. Footpath.
The Anglican Church at Denman.
Yeah.
To the new road construction.
Yes. Yeah.
Paxton Street.
Yeah.
Thank you, Councillor Ward. Yes. As councillors know, we did reconstruct and curb and gutter the section of Paxton Street between big pardon? We've done Turner Street. We've
Garber.
curb and guttering at Paxton Street. We'll take it on those, that's right, please. Some Ward. Yeah. We have done some work simply recently, but I know that one hasn't been done yet. We'll find out where it's up to.
Thank you, Manager. Any further questions? On the report? That being the case, we have a mover and a seconder. All those in favour? We have none against. Declare that unanimous and carried. Move on to community and economy. 10.4.1, awarding of sponsorship, Sandy Hollow Charity Motor Fest. The recommendation, the business paper in front of you, is that council approves cash sponsorship of $5,000 to Sandy Hollow Charity Motor Fest Incorporated for the staging of the 2026 Sandy Hollow Charity Motor Fest to be held at Sandy Hollow in August 2026. Someone want to move that way? Councillor Dunn, Councillor Bailey. Any questions? Okay, there's no questions. I'll put that. All those in favour? Declare that unanimous and carried. Thank you, councillors. 10.4.2. Awarding of sponsorship. Upper Hunter where there's a will. Student Leadership Summit. I understand Councillor McNeil has flagged an alternate recommendation to put. Councillor McNeil.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yes, I'd like to move that this item be deferred to the February 26 Ordinary Council meeting. Do I explain the reasoning now, or do I get a seconder?
No, we'll get a seconder first for deferral. Someone want a second deferral? Councillor Barry.
Need a reason why, before we move it as part of the.
Okay, we do need a reason first. Councillor McNeil, but rest assured you have got a second because I just got one.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yeah, I received the information this morning that there's been an offer for alternate sponsorship from a local corporate a company. It's only verbally confirmed, but the representative from Where There's a Will is very confident of that confirmation. So I think it would be wise to defer this item until February until we, can confirm that.
Okay, thank you. And we had a seconder now, Councillor Barry. Any questions? No questions? Okay, in that case, I'll put it. All those in favour of deferral? Unanimous and carried. Thank you. Awarding of community grant or contribution, Wybong Hall. So Bailey will leave again. Awarding of community grant or contribution, Wybong Hall fee waiver, DA for the sheds. The recommendation is that council approves a community grant, and so a fee waiver up to $3,500 to Wybong Public Hall Incorporated for costs associated with submitting a development application, including construction and occupancy certificates required to build a shed at the site. Have I got someone prepared to move that way? Councillor Douglas and Councillor Marshall. Any questions? Any questions? Councillor Douglas?
No, I just want to say that I think that the more support we can give to that community at the moment, the better.
Thanks, Councillor Douglas. Councillor Marshall? Any further commentary from any councillors? If that be the case, I'll put that. All those in favour? None against. Declare that unanimous and carried. Thank you, councillors, for that support. Awarding of sponsorship, Girls Day Out, Women in Sport, Muswellbrook event 2026, Muswellbrook event February 2026. The recommendation in the business paper is that council approves cash sponsorship of $5,000 to the Girls Day Out, Women in Sport for the staging of an event in Muswellbrook in February 2026. Have I a mover? Councillors Hartley and Councillor Barry. Councillor Hartley, wish to be heard?
I just make a comment. I've had the pleasure of attending this the last 2 years. It's a fantastic day. See so many young girls running around trying sports that they traditionally probably wouldn't put their hand up for. And that has reflected in girls then carrying over and entering in local sporting teams that they traditionally wouldn't enter into.
Councillor Barry?
Having played a lot of sport in my time to a fairly high level, I look at the women that play sport in our community, and I think this gives an opportunity to those to experience something new and something that they can potentially take a very long way. And for those that are slightly disadvantaged and will never get that opportunity to play those sports, I think it also provides them with opportunity as well. So great idea.
Councillor Barry, any further comment from councillors? Just make a comment. I agree with those sentiments. Anything we can do to get people into sport and get them to encourage people to play sport is better. It actually serves a much, much broader community than just Muswellbrook as well. I think Councillor Hartley will attest they come from all over the place this day out. So no further questions. I'll put that there. All those in favour? None against. Declare that unanimous and carried. Council grant update 10.4.5. The recommendation in front of you is for noting. So council notes the information contained in the report and endorses council staff to review and apply for funding opportunities identified. Someone want to move that way? Councillor Douglas and Councillor Morris. Anyone wish to be heard? Councillor Douglas.
I just actually want to take this opportunity to give a thanks to Ivan for all the work that he actually puts into applying for grants, but also all the support he gives to community to be able to lead them and guide them with grants that they're applied for. So if we could pass on our thanks, please.
Yes. Who seconded that? Councillor Morris wish to be heard.
Thank you.
Any questions from councillors in regards to the grant update? If that being the case, I'll put that. All those in favour? None against. Declare that unanimous and carried. This is the minutes of our committee meeting. So 11.1 is the Aboriginal Reference Group, 13.10.25, and the minutes from 12.11.2025. The recommendation in the business paper is that 1, council notes the minutes of the meetings of the Muswellbrook Shire Aboriginal Reference Group held on 13 October 2025 and 12 November 2025, and 2, endorses the change in the name to the Muswellbrook Shire Aboriginal Reference Group. Someone want to move that way? Councillors Barry and Marshall. Just missed out. I'm waiting for you. Councillor Barry, any comments? Councillor Marshall, any questions from any councillors? That being the case, I'll put that. All those in favour? Any against? Against, Councillor McNeil?
No, 4, sorry, just slow on the gunshot.
Okay, thank you. I must say that they've been enormously successful, this reference group. We've got a group of meetings where there's been over 20 people attendees. It's a really broad representation of the community with genuine interest in wanting to make the community a better place, not only for Indigenous people, but for everyone. So it's certainly a fantastic group that's certainly working together quite well. 11.2, Community and Economy Committee, 11th to the 11th, 2025. The recommendation is that council notes the minutes of the meeting of the Community and Economy Committee held on 11 November 2025 and adopts the recommendations there within. Someone by a move for that? Councillor Morris, Councillor Barry, Councillor Morris.
No, thank you.
Councillor Barry. Any questions for any councillors in regards to those minutes? Okay, I'll put that. All those in favour? None against. Declare that unanimous and carried. Thank you. 11.3. State Significant Development Committee, 9th of the 12th, 2025. Recommendation is that council notes the minutes of the meeting of the State Significant Development Committee held on 9 December 2025 and adopts the recommendations contained therein. If I move for the State Significant Development Committee, Councillor Ward, Councillor Dunn, I think were the first two. Either wish to be heard?
No,
Anyone wish to be heard? That being the case, I'll put that. All those in favour? There's none against. Clear that unanimous again. Thank you. 11.4, the Australia Day Nomination Committee also held on 9th of the 12th. The recommendation is that council notes the minutes of the meeting of the Australia Day Nomination Committee held on 9 December 2025 and adopts the recommendations contained therein. Have I a mover for that? Councillor Hartley and Councillor Marshall. Sorry, Councillor McNeil, I missed it. Anyone wish to be heard in regards? Okay, I'll put that. All those in favour? None against? Declare that unanimous and carried. We have no notices of motion. Council reports, Councillor Bailey, Councillor Morris,
No, thank you.
Councillor Skulls. You get my notes here.
Well, no, hello, Warriors, I'll tell you about that.
Councillor Douglas, Councillor McNeil, Councillor Marshall,
I just want to report that we've done 4 school presentation days. Absolutely, mate. Those kids, I tell you, I need to get back to school.
I have a thought, but I won't say no.
thank you, Councillor Marshall, Councillor Hartley, Councillor Barry, Councillor Dunn, Councillor Ward.
No.
I must say I won't go through all the meetings, but I have also been to 4, and I thank councillors who have been stepping in for me at some of these school presentations. I've been to 4 myself, Muswellbrook High, Muswellbrook South, the concert Denman Public School presentation only today, and Muswellbrook Public School presentation. I agree, Councillor Marshall, the quality of learning at these schools is phenomenal. Some of the, you've got kids running these shows, and I mean, you go to Muswellbrook South Primary School and there's 400 kids and 100 parents, and Muswellbrook High School where there's hundreds, and they certainly showed confidence, certainly well above anything I can remember when I was at school. So they do a fantastic job, and we certainly are lucky in this community to have such high quality education as we've experienced. Yeah. So congratulations to all those schools, particularly congratulations to any of the children graduating. We all probably remember having kids going from year 6 into high school, and then from high school to uni or into work. And obviously there's plenty of them pondering that right at the moment. So good luck to any of those students within the Shire and also outside the Shire. There are no written questions. Questions for next meeting. I'll just open up. Any councillors have any questions for next meeting? Councillor McNeil.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just in relation to the draft code of meeting practice recommendation that we just approved, regarding the recommendation, I wonder, well, I question whether there's been consideration of inadvertently excluding a large number of people from pursuing the role of councillor if these times are carried forth to the next term.
Probably something we should have discussed when we voted on it, not now, but I can quickly answer that.
I couldn't get a second.
It wouldn't. I mean, at the moment we start at 4 and have done for as long as I can remember. We started at 4 o'clock. The briefing, and they're also, previously the briefings have been compulsory. We've certainly encouraged councillors to come to them. So it's actually an hour later than it has been. Well, I think in the history of this council, they've always started at 4 o'clock. So it's actually an hour later now than what it was previously, not an hour earlier. The commitment for councillors, if it's councillors you're worried about, is actually not as onerous as it was. Well, in January, it won't be as onerous as it was in December. It's an hour later. Yeah, you can. But Andrew, go.
Thank you, Councillor McNeil. As you are aware, that the Code of Meeting Practice actually comes back to council every term. So there is opportunity for those the new council term to adopt a different starting time.
Yeah, thank you. I did make note of this, that I hope it doesn't carry forth to the next term for that reason. But I do accept what the Mayor has outlined in terms of what's been previously been occurring. But I just think the intent should be to broaden the opportunity for as many of our residents as possible. And I just posed the question that might be somewhat prohibitive with the starting time. But thank you.
Any further questions for next meeting? Okay, I'll then need a move in a second, and it's time we adjourned into closed council to deal with some matters. Councillor Bailey and Councillor Marshall, all those in favour? Declare that unanimous. Thank you very much. Thank you. So we said in closed council 17.1, so regional procurement tender for supply and delivery of bulk water treatment chemicals was resolved by council that council accepts the companies listed in the table below to be awarded as panel source suppliers by category to Muswellbrook Shire Council for the supply and delivery of bulk water treatment chemicals tender 22622526 HUN, facilitated by regional procurement from 1 January 2026 to 31 December 2027. So the companies are Chemprod Nominees Proprietary Limited, Omega Chemicals, Redox, DGL Manufacturing, Redox Limited, IXOM Operations Proprietary Limited, Chemprod Nominees Proprietary Limited, Omega Chemicals, Colonial Chemicals Australia Proprietary Limited, DGL Manufacturing Proprietary Limited, Redox Limited, IXOM Operations, Chemprod Nominees Proprietary Limited and Omega Chemicals, SNF Australia Proprietary Limited, Azelis Australia Proprietary Limited, Redox, BOC Proprietary Limited, DGL Manufacturing, Colonial Chemicals Australia, DGL, SNF Australia, Colonial Chemicals are red. That might be the entire group. And there's, of course, quite a number of different chemicals I supply. And 2, approves the option for the provision of a 12-month extension based on satisfactory supplier performance, which may take this contract through to this 31 December 2028. 17.2 was the contract 2025-2026 0679 public amenities changing places facility at Simpson Park. Council accepted the motion that Council 1 accepts the tender submitted by ASCO Group Australia Proprietary Limited, trading as Stella Australia Proprietary Limited, contract 2025-2026 0679 public amenities and changing places facility at Simpson Park, Muswellbrook, for a lump sum of 436,190 exclusive of GST, subject to successful negotiations regarding the provision of insurance of works. 2, authorise the General Manager to accept the submission from Landmark Products Proprietary Limited for the lump sum of 498,820 exclusive of GST, should the negotiations with ASCO Group Australia Proprietary Limited prove unsuccessful. And 3, delegates to the General Manager authority to enter into a contract for the public amenities and changing places facility at Simpson Park. 17.3 is also another contract. So it's the upgrade of Thomas Mitchell Drive, Stage 4B. Recommendation adopted by Council was Council 1 accepts the tender submitted by Gold Spring Group Proprietary Limited for the contract 2025-2026 0671 upgrade of Thomas Mitchell Drive, Stage 4B for the lump sum of $3,069,588.49 exclusive of GST. And 2, delegates to the General Manager authority to enter into a contract 2025-2026 0671 for the upgrade of Thomas Mitchell Drive, Stage 4B. And 3, finally, allocates a project budget of $3,750,641 to the Roads and Drainage Capital Budget 2025-26 from funding sources identified in the report. 17.4 is a regional entertainment centre design and value management adopted by Council, was that Council approves the submission of the development application based on the current design and continuation of value management investigation. 17.5 was Memorandum of Understanding Transport for New South Wales delivery works on Wybong Road. Council adopt that. 1, notes the draft Memorandum of Understanding MOU between Council and Transport for New South Wales for the delivery of the regional roads transport recovery package and the essential public asset repair works on Wybong Road. And 2, delegates authority to the General Manager to negotiate and sign the Memorandum of Understanding generally in accordance with the attachment to the report. 17.6, potential property purchase. Recommendation adopted by Council is that 1, notes the information contained in the report. 2, delegates to the General Manager enter into a heads of agreement to undertake exclusive due diligence on property. And 3, a report to be provided to Council at the completion of the due diligence. 17.7 is proposed multi-driveways under Division 4. The recommendation in the business paper is that the report be noted. And 17.8, power purchase agreement, small sites. The recommendation in the business paper is that council, one, supports participation in the tender for the Piers 3 extension led by Southern Sydney Regional Organisation of Council for small sites, noting that council is committed to procuring 100% renewable electricity, part of this power purchasing agreement in accordance with previous resolutions. Two, authorises the general manager to accept or decline the recommended tender for the Piers 3 extension for Muswellbrook Shire Council's small sites, noting that council is committed to procuring 100% renewable electricity as part of the Piers 3 extension in accordance with previous resolutions, and authorises the general manager to negotiate, agree and enter into a contract for the supply of electricity to small sites on council's behalf. And 17.9, and finally, tyre recycling research. The recommendation adopted by council was that council authorises the general manager to procure a suitably qualified expert to undertake research into the recycling of mine vehicle tyres. That was also accepted by the council, and I declare the meeting closed at 7:34. Thank you, council.
Okay, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Sorry, before everyone goes, can I just comment on two events that I think on the weekend that we really need to say.